All right, question 7. We are writing an equation for the sinusoidal function. So first thing, I like to jump and find the midline. So the midline is, sorry, I'm going to change that. It's good to find the, like, where it's halfway. So right here, see how we have 2 above and 2 below? That means the midline is y equals 2, and then this 2 is our amplitude. So our amplitude is 2, and our midline is y equals 2. So from here, I want to look, is this going to be a sine or a cosine function? And I'm looking right here. See how that used to be on the axis, like the midpoint of that line. So if I'm looking at sine of x versus cosine of x, sine, the y-intercept is the halfway point while you're going up. You're going down, not down, up and then up. So up, up, right there. And then cosine, the y-intercept is the maximum, which is right here. So this one could be written either way. We could do cosine that shifts right 1, or we could do sine that shifts left 0.5. It's up to you. So we haven't done a cosine one yet, so let's do cosine. And I'm going to start with just our general form. So it's a cosine of bx minus c plus d. Okay, so we already got a is amplitude, and look, we're increasing, so it's positive, or slope is increasing. So positive 2, and our midline is plus 2 as well, right here. Okay, so next we want to find the period. So if you're going in order, start with midline, then amplitude, choose cosine or sine, and now we're going to go the period. So I like to go maximum to maximum and look at that distance. So we're going from 1 to 7, so our period is 6. And remember, our period is 2 pi over b. So we need to solve for b because that's what goes in our function. So period is 6. What would b equal? And you can solve if you can't see what it should be. So times both sides by b, I get b times 6 equals 2 pi. And then divide both sides by 6, and 2 over 6 reduces to 1/3. So it'll be pi thirds. So b is pi thirds. And then I'm going to rewrite this here. Notice how my x-axis is not in radians. It's in just numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So when you're writing your equation at this point, if you're not in radians, I want you to take out the b. So it's like b x minus c plus d. I'm doing that because when we find our phase shift, that's our horizontal shift, that equals c over b. So our phase shift is, we found it right here, right? It's plus 1. It's the horizontal shift. We went right 1. So our phase shift is plus 1. We need to find c, and b is pi thirds. So C, if I times both sides by pi thirds, C is positive 1 times pi thirds, which is also pi thirds. So I guess we didn't have to take it out. It could have just been pi thirds right here too. I just want you to realize that we have to use this equation, and we didn't use it in our last problem because there wasn't a phase shift and our axis was in radians. So when your axis is not in radians, you need to use the equation C over B. Okay, so let's type that in. So y equals 2 cosine, and then pi thirds x minus pi thirds, because the minus is part of the equation, plus 2. That's our midline.